What do we make of it? Sox opening day, Garrick Crochet. That was the big attraction going into it. You like him?
Yeah, I do. And I know he struggled at times throughout the game. And, the inning pitch count was getting up there, but he hung in there. And I like the fact that when Cora went to him, he didn't look at him, didn't want to come out, and pissed him off a little bit. Guy's got a little piss and vinegar in him. That's what I like. Guy wants to pitch. That's good. He's going to be a frontline guy for a while here, and hopefully get that damn contract done at some point. So, it's a good start.
The thing he said after the game that he was sort of priding himself on was that he grinded it out, right? That he got over.
For game one, too. It's not easy to do.
He got over the first couple of innings and was able to hang in there pitch count-wise through the fifth. Grinded that one out.
I mean, it's not like the guys have pitched in the big leagues before, but you're playing for the Red Sox now. Everybody's talking about you. The buzz is here for the city now for this baseball team. You're on the road in Texas. Was it Tyler? Was that you that said? Was this a preview of the ALCS?
Yep.
It's a big spot for him, and maybe the nerves were there a little bit, and I hope they are, because if you get that tickle even later in your career, that's a good thing. You should never feel relaxed out there. And if he was pressing and he figured it out, that's a good thing.
47 pitches through the first two innings.
Yeah,
he was grinding.
Yeah. That's not what you want.
No, but I also think that if this game happens in July, he's coming back out for the 6th. He's not done after 5.
Yeah.
So I think that, don't get caught up on the fact that he pitched 5 innings.
No, I'm not.
He was okay.
Yeah.
He was. I think that'll be far from the best outing we see from this guy.
First real time with the catcher, with your guys behind you, with your actual infield, the way it's going to look, hopefully for the whole year, and just filling it out. And I think he got in the groove and settled down, and that's a good thing.
Isn't that where Crochet separates himself and these different level talents do? Where, hey, you don't have to pitch it, your A game. I thought that was for the overall Red Sox team yesterday. They played a good game, but it felt more like their B- C+ game. The top of the lineup wasn't doing anything crazy.
Sluggish.
And you still came out and found a way to win against one of the best teams in the American League.
I mean, for Garrick Crochet, he struggled with his command yesterday. For him, that was a struggle. So that's the difference between a guy like Crochet and a lesser pitcher who will get shelled in those situations. Crochet managed to get through 5 innings and looked halfway decent. So, good start.
Yeah, Bale does that like a year ago. He gets hit in the third inning.
I think that's what you look for with an ace, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get a decent performance even when it's not a good day. It wasn't a good day for him. He's way better than that.
But you got to win. That's
well, yeah, because he didn't put you in a hole.
Right.
Because he's that good.
Yeah. One guy had himself a day at the plate.
Loved that inconsistent strike zone, by the way. That thing was a mess.
Not bad, huh?
But I love it. Give me the wide strike zone where the ball can be in the opposite batter's box and has a chance to be called a strike.
See ya. Yeah.
Woo! I was texting Milliken in all caps. I said, this is 1997 NLCS. Braves Marlins. Look it up, Milliken. Look it up.
Nintendo RBI baseball.
One of the biggest strike zones ever. It was one of those days. Bregman in the first inning took a pitch that I'm pretty sure was 8 inches off the plate, and it got called for a strike.
Chapman not getting the low strike, and then Casas getting struck out on it the following inning in a big spot.
Oh, yeah, that thing sucked. I mean, if it's big, good, but you got to be consistently big. That's what they say, McCone.
Yeah.
But I know you're no stranger to that.
No. Yep.
No, not at all. All right.
Northeast at 11:45.
Okay, top of the lineup was a nightmare yesterday. The top 5 guys in the lineup went a combined 1 for 19 at the plate, and that was a single for Jarren Duran. That's all they were able to produce.
It's not going to happen every day.
Okay, let's focus on one of those guys. Let's focus on the guy we said we were going to focus on going into the year to see how he does. Rafael Devers' first day of the season was kind of nightmarish.
Looks rusty, doesn't he? It looks like he hasn't played all spring. That's what it looks like.
Which you look at him and the other guy who didn't play all spring, Wilyer Abreu. I think he was 1 for 20 with a homer or whatever it was. He shows up and he hits 2 homers.
But he's playing free and easy.
Mm-hmm.
He's down 20 pounds, and it looks like the weight actually is a big help.
How many hot dogs?
Think so? You think that's going to help him?
Yeah, he said afterwards when he lost all the weight, he was like, I feel great. Cora's like, no, he needs to get strength back. We're a little concerned. Abreu said immediately, he was like, no, I feel better than ever right now. He thinks it actually helped him.
So good being sick. Nice. Yeah. He'll start eating again, though. Be all right. I'll put that back on. I'll put 8 pounds on in a week. Easy.
Devers looked like a mess, though, man.
He feels the pressure, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the topic. This is new. It's a big change for him. Big shift. should make his job easier, and it may not, which is what's scary.
No,
Yeah,
but
a
it's the
couple
spring
of
training
big
thing.
swings in there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think. Listen, it's one game. It's so hard to
Yeah,
analyze
exactly.
one
Yeah,
game.
100%.
But so far, if we're keeping an eye on this is the guy to watch here going forward because he, especially that first at bat. I mean, man, he was lost in that at bat. So, not great out of the gate for him. Not
Yeah, it was
so
the first couple times he was up. It was 0-2, 0-2. It's over before it starts.
And it wasn't the typical fastball beating him either. It was breaking stuff that he just looked like he couldn't track. I think that screams Russ more than anything.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
screams
yeah.
not playing in spring training and not being able to. What do you got there?
Nothing.
You okay?
Another wide receiver.
Tyler Lockett?
Never know.
Yeah.
Never know today.
Never know today. Do we need to alert Dove Kleiman?
Nope. Dove's on
We
it.
didn't talk about that
knows
yesterday.
what's
Yeah,
coming
you getting
from. Yeah.
aggregated there. So
It's a big deal when you get that.
I'd have retweeted it if I saw it. Yeah.
Let's talk to Nick in Providence on Devers. Let's get to the
What's up,
calls
Nick?
right out of the gate. What do you got, Nick?
So I was actually holding out hope that he wasn't going to let us down and let me down, and everything come to fruition that he wasn't active during spring training. But I was ready to pull out the sombrero yesterday for that fourth strikeout. He's lucky that he didn't end up going 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. The only thing that I'm hoping for Devers is that he humbles himself. He sees someone like Bregman and the other guys in the lineup and just says, you know what? Screw me. I'm just going to go and be the best teammate that I can be because these guys are pulling their weight. I need to start to contribute and find a way. That's what Devers' goal should be this year. Find a way to contribute in the way that helps the team the most. Who cares about your all-star, silver slugger, whatever? Just go and help the team.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that he's going to have to realize and he's going to have to sort of accept if he hasn't already. My bigger concern right now is the fact that he didn't have a very solid spring. He didn't put together a body of work here, and I think that showed up in the game yesterday.
That's part of everybody talks about the physical part of it. Well, it's just out of shape and that. Like the mental part of it. Just the mental part of being there and being in it.
Well, I think the easy second guess is, could he have put in more work in spring training? And I think the answer is yes.
Who was it to talk
I think,
to?
remember that? It was, when's he going to get in the lineup? Oh, he's going to get in tomorrow. He's going to get in Saturday. It was like we had been promised he was going to be in the lineup 5 times before he actually was. I don't know if that was the number, but it felt like that.
Was it you that mentioned was being in a cage like Manny used to go in the cage in between bats and that?
That's what they said.
Is that going to be a thing for him?
Well, it could be, but I'm talking about showing up on day one.
Wasn't ready to go.
He wasn't ready to go. He didn't put in enough work in spring training, and he wasn't active enough in spring training.
Even the second to last week of spring, he didn't want to play that Friday through Sunday.
Said he
And
wasn't
Cora
ready.
told him, "Too bad. You need to go play in these games. I know you like the minor league at bats and the backfields and all that. You need game action."
He would have
that's it.
bagged out of more if he could have.
And everybody's putting this on Devers too, and he's going to get the critical part of this. It's them too for the lying to him and sort of the setup, and that you were going to be a third baseman. And then it messes with your head, man. And I don't know how long it's going to take for him to get out of that. Maybe he's not out of it. But like Nick said, I don't, just go out and play and be a leader. I don't know if he has that in him. I just think he goes out and plays his game. He doesn't feel like he's the leader type.
It felt like with the video, though, it wasn't like he was pouting. He was one of the first guys to go up there when Willie Abreu went deep and it's hyping him up. So at least it doesn't seem like he's appearing, frustrated to spend one game or he's pouting in the dugout.
Yeah.
Who knows what it is behind the scenes? It's also his 21st game. At
Well,
DH
let's see
in his
when it's
career.
Bregman. Let's see when Bregman goes deep. It has a big one, big clutch hit. See what he does.
Today is Friday, and there is only one 4:00 game on the MLB schedule today. One. Second day of the season. It's a Friday, a day that barely anybody works anymore. And all the games are now immediately going to 7, 8, and beyond for the West Coast games.
Up against March Madness.
What's wrong with this sport? Why do they do this to themselves?
Felger Maz had the whole layout.
Oh, they did? They talk about this?
Ass backwards. And they talked about Cincinnati being the ceremonial first pitch of baseball season starts in Cincinnati. Maz said they took that away a couple of years ago. Felger's like, where the hell's that? He goes, why wouldn't you play 10 of these at 1 o'clock?
Well, I'm talking about today. Today's
own
day
the
2.
day.
Most teams have already opened. Why are they not playing a bunch more games during the day today?
Yeah.
Considering it's March 28th. It's going to be damn cold at night in a lot of these places that play games. I don't get it.
Yeah, a lot of those Northeast teams, too, they take the day off after the first game for the built-in rain day.
At least the home teams for today's games are all domes or warm weather places. But I'm eager to watch a little more baseball today. This is the time of year when people are ready to watch it, and I feel
Have a taste for
robbed of it
Have a taste
today. By the way, we got to talk about the MLB TV crash that happened yesterday. You got one job.
Opening day, be ready.
You got one job.